Hello guys, gals, and everyone in between. Today we're playing Minacious. I played this, okay, so I recorded this. I'm gonna click off of it so it stops making such loud noises. I played this, I think the day before yesterday, and my OBS had completely changed my settings. So, it was recording to using my software to record, which is not good because I do not have a good computer. Now another problem with this game, I actually didn't finish it because, if you die, you restart the entire game. There's no checkpoints, no anything, and that might be usually fine for a demo, but this demo has combat. So, I died twice. The first time, I had to go all the way back, redo everything, and I died a second time. It was either a second or a third time, I think. Yeah. And, so my fucking brain is all scattered. So I died 2 times to a big kind of boss thing. I'll show you. And, that's because I shot it with all the bullets I had and it did nothing. So I'm assuming that maybe you were supposed to run away from it, but the problem is if you make an accident and if you make a bad choice or an accident or anything in this game, you have to completely replay all of it with unskippable cutscenes. And things are really slow. So I'll show you what I mean. We're gonna head and go in this. I do want to give this another chance. Yeah, though I walked through the Valley of the Shadow of Death. Everyone knows that one. Yep. Oh wait, let's go back on. So let's have some sound here. This is what my house sounds like, all thundery. So we're a girl that just wakes up in a basement and wakes up in some sort of house basement thing, and we have no idea how we got here. That's basically the whole premise. That's what the Steam page says. Now I think a lot about this game is really interesting and cool. I like the graphics and all that kind of stuff, but my problem is with the combat. So yeah, this is played with a controller. You can sprint, so I'm assuming that next time that we see the spider, I'm gonna sprint away and see if that does it. If it doesn't, I may not be able to finish the game because I'm not gonna keep replaying this over and over, but I'm willing to give it one last chance. Veronica, I'm sorry that I dragged you into this, but I couldn't leave you at that place. I need your help, and you're looking for answers about your mother. We can help each other, but you need to get out of the basement first. Be careful. Terrible things have been happening since I brought the object here. So you gotta read that, and then you have to pick up these meds, which magically opens the door. But I'll show you guys around a little bit first. There's not really a lot to see. There's just a chair. I think you could actually move some of the chairs in this game. Not that one, I guess. There's not a ton to see in here. So I'll show you the reason that it takes a while to get back to the spot. So you have to walk to the end here. Where am I? And then try the door. It won't open. And then you go back to the room. And like I said, all the cutscenes are unskippable. And now there's a huge ass key on the bed. So yeah. Yeah, the problem was that you only have so many bullets in this game, and with that being said, bodies. With that being said, the enemies take 3 or 4 bullets to kill. So yeah, there's a big coffin. Need something to pry it open. There's a big coffin and 2 small coffins. Why? And there's a code here that we don't have. Yeah, I know. Yeah, my head's a little scattered today. I got like really shitty sleep the last few days, and I just ended up getting some sleep finally. So now I'm a little bit of a fog, but it's fine. Oh. Spooky. So yeah, we don't really know what's going on. Just so you know, if you don't like spiders, this probably isn't the best video to watch. Yeah. Yeah, this video might not be for you, as you can see. Yeah, crouch is B. What? Yeah, I've been through all this before, but I'm gonna show you guys around a little bit, so you don't feel like you're being rushed through this with absolutely no idea what's going on. At first I didn't know that we could go through this, but we can actually. So, yeah, we have a leg. We got a leg going on. Is that lava? The better question is, why are wooden planks like 3 feet, 2 feet above the lava? Okay. Officer Bowgun here. I don't know what I was thinking. Coming here alone was a mistake. All the reports of strange things happening around Moongrove Mansion, I thought it was nothing. Knowing the owner, William, is a revered scientist. But the things in this mansion are unbelievable. What is all this? And I keep seeing a dark figure at the corner of my eye. As if someone's following me. I need to leave this place immediately and call for backup. Yeah, is that you, officer? Okay. So, yeah, that's what we need to pry the coffin open. And now the stuff over here has broken. Yeah, if you don't like spiders, then this is not going to be the game for you. If you're scared of spiders. You could fall into the void. There's a bunch of trash. Okay. And then there's gonna be a lock here. Which we need something special for. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be the absolute most talkative bitch the whole time. Trying my best, but I'm definitely tired. I'm out. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, because I ain't going in there. We're getting a lot of ammo. This would be the point where I'd be like, nah, and I'd leave. Why is it so fucking fast? Give me that ammo. And here's our gun. So equip this, reload with X, and I believe it's right trigger to fire. You're gonna have to go back and shoot that door. Come on. Yeah, the atmosphere on this is good, and like it kind of reminds me of old, like a first person old like Resident Evil type thing, just because of the atmosphere. Or like one of the old horror games. That was cursed. I heard that. What's this? Old rusty key. Take. So we gotta go back to that door now. Yeah, the problem with this is they send, as you'll see in a minute, they spiders come up to you in batches of 3. So, so it's kind of hard to deal with the amount of ammo you have. Am I going the right way? I completely forgot where I'm going. There we go. So we have 3 medicine things right now. Use a crowbar to pry open objects you wouldn't be able to with your bare hands, and in the game's full release you'll be able to use it as a melee weapon. What happened here? Well, someone got stabbed. The cop got stabbed with a fucking... Alright. Hello? Fuck. See, the problem with this is my fingers lock. I have problems with my fingers locking, so my hand makes like weird movements. Yeah, I'm gonna... Come here. But in situations where we can't hide behind a door, it's gonna be a little harder. Alright, let's go all the way back around now. So if I'm not talking, I'm really focusing on my aim here. I don't have a ton of bullets. And, with the problem with me locking, my fingers locking, it's very hard for me to aim on a controller. So if I'm quiet, that's why. Okay, that's back through there. I just gotta keep going around. I hope that, the game doesn't soft lock me if I miss too many times. Okay, so now we want to go back this way. Okay, so this is where, I'm gonna warn you, a spider is gonna spawn behind us when we go across this bridge. I think we're supposed to run, because I've tried completely unloading on that bitch, and it does nothing. So, that's what we're gonna try. Yep, that's what we're supposed to do. Just made a sound and that was close. Oh god! Fucking... Alright, that was unnecessary. I tried shooting at it before. See, it wouldn't be, like, in games, right, there's trial and error. And sometimes you fuck it up, sometimes you have to redo it, especially if there's combat. But in this game, the problem is that if you fuck it up, you have to completely redo the entire game. And that's not... Like, if you have combat at all, you should probably have some sort of save system. I might be able to pry open that coffin now. Yeah, I know. I'm just worried about fucking spiders. Why did this have to happen to them? My family didn't deserve this. I need to stop this thing from taking any more lives. What was that damn password again? Of course, the year me and Deborah met. 1842. That's a long time ago. What? My gun's gone. Where's my gun? Oh. Cutscene. The hell? A pixelated man! Okay, so there wasn't much of a point of me replaying this because I thought there was gonna be a lot more. I'm glad I replayed it, because I got to see up to this point. Okay. Thanks for playing. Even though it's a very short demo, offers a glimpse into the world of Minacious. Sadly, due to some challenge... That's rude. You shouldn't have that on a timer. Let people read at their own pace. I think it was basically saying that they couldn't release the demo when they wanted to. But I'm not really worried about that. So, Minacious. What do I think of it? I think it was pretty decent. It definitely felt like it had some care put into it. At least more than the average indie horror lately. I wouldn't say it's the most amazing thing I've ever played. I do like the combat. The problem with my hands is my own problem. It doesn't have anything to do with the game. The only problem I do have with this is the fact that there's no saving. For a demo this short, I understand, but at the same time, you have combat. So, if a demo is short and you don't have combat, I understand there not being any sort of save. But with this, I think there should have been a save when combat started. Because if you die to the spiders, or you don't know that you're supposed to run, because before the pop-up on how to run was not there. It didn't pop up the last couple times that I played. And then this time it popped up. So I'm not sure what the difference was, but if you do something wrong, or the spider gets you, or you die to the other spiders, you have to completely replay the entire demo. That's including the cutscenes, including walking down the hallway and then walking back. All the things that are timed and just based off of where you walk, you have to redo all that. And especially for people who are recording this, it may be a little frustrating. Last time I played, I did not finish it and I was just ready to say, alright, well, that was a demo, because, at that point, I was just like, I'm not replaying this. Because I had already done it 2 or 3 times. So, I am glad that I pushed through it and figured out what they wanted from me. I figured if, it was either unload on the spider or run from the spider, and I had already tried one of those, so. I'm not saying that they did anything wrong by making the spider chase you, but I am saying that if there's combat in your game, you should have some sort of save point from when the combat started. So that we're not, having to replay it all over the place. That's about it. I did like this game. I think the concept is interesting. It reminds me of, like I said, it reminds me of old horror games. Like the really old, 90s, early 2000s horror games. They kind of, looked like shit, but you really love them. I'm not saying this looks like shit. I'm just saying that's what it reminds me of. That kind of time. Which is a good thing to bring people back to. I mean, everyone wants to be back in the 90s, right? So, I enjoyed this. I think it's good. I hope the full game has save points, because that's my only complaint about this game. I do wish I knew a little bit more about the story. I just know that something happened with a family, and a cop came, and he ended up getting killed. There was a crowbar through his torso, so I guess it's not the spiders that did that, it's the man at the end. All I know is that I like this, yeah. It was okay. It was pretty short, but I guess the dev has things going on in his life, and that's just how that goes. So yeah. This was Minacious. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye!